up people, Marco here, welcome back to another lesson. Today I'm going to talk to you about chords and I'm going to show you how we can make a chord progression more interesting. Now there are different elements that we can use to make a chord progression more interesting. For example, we can play extended chords, we can add a melody to the chord progression, or we can strum the chord with different voicing. Now in this lesson we're going to have a look at all of them. So we're going to start by playing a very simple chord progression. Then I'm going to show you how to easily spice up the chords with extended chords. Then we're going to add a very simple melody to the chord progression. And then we're going to move on to the strumming part, where we're going to strum the chords and then change the voicing of each chord. Really interesting lesson and perfect for any guitar player who wants to just come up with different chords and learn how to add a very simple melody to the chords. So we're gonna take it step by step. You can check my Patreon page if you wanna get the tab and support this channel. Also guys, subscribe to this channel if you wanna keep up with all the upcoming lessons. Now we're gonna get started. Let's have a close up. Let me show you how to make a chord progression more interesting. Now the awesome thing about this exercise is the fact that we don't have to make it difficult. In fact, the chord progression that we're checking out today is extremely simple. D major, G major, B minor, and the A major chord. There is also a B section where I'm going to strum, but let's just start with the basic chords here. Now the first step, extended chords, benefit from playing open strings. So add open strings to the chords and see what happens. So we're gonna play the chord progression like this. So I've done two things, played extended chords and also I added a finger picking pattern. So the first chord is a D add 9, which is open, 2, 3, open. And the finger picking pattern goes like this. So I have thumb, index, middle, index, ring, and then the middle finger on the B string one more time. Second chord, I'm gonna keep the same D add 9 structure, but I'm gonna add the low E string fret number 3, which is gonna make this chord a beautiful G add 9 6. Okay, so I'm playing 3 nothing open, 2 3 open, root note 5th, 9th, 5th, and the 6th. Same finger picking pattern. So I have 6, 3, 2, 3, 1, and 2. The third chord was a B minor chord, and I'm using the same D add 9 structure to play also the B minor. I have to change the finger position, so I'm gonna be playing it like this. So I'm playing fret number 2, nothing, fret number 2, fret number 3, and the top E string open, which is root note, minor 7, minor 3rd, and a beautiful, perfect 11. Beautiful chord, B minor add 11 chord. Same finger picking pattern. In the last chord I'm playing a beautiful A sus4. So I'm playing 5th string open, then 3rd string fret 2 and the B string fret number 3. And then back to the fret number 2, I have 2 and 2. And the 1st string open. So I didn't really do that much, as you can see, but the chord progression sounds completely different, and it's just beautiful. Very simple. It's perfect for a song, it's perfect for an instrumental, and it just makes you look more professional, and it's just beautiful. So practice the chords and then come back when you're ready. I'm going to show you how you can add this very simple melody to these chords. Alright, let's add a simple melody to the chords. We're going to give a D major. We need to learn the D major scale in one position, and so we're going to learn it here. So I'm playing the G string fret number 2 and 4, B string fret number 2, 3 and 5, and the top E string fret number 2, 3 and 5. Now for the first chord, I'm gonna play it like this. Actually, I'm gonna play the whole thing. So the first chord is D major. I'm playing the same arpeggio. And then we're going to fill in the gap with 3 notes. The top E string fret number 5, 3, and 2. Now the top E string fret number 2 is going to be the very first note that I'm playing for the next chord, which is the G major. So you have to make sure that this note rings out. So now the G major is a beautiful, actually, G major 7 chord, which is played like this. You have the low E string fret number 3, the G string open, the B string fret number 3, and the top E string fret number 2. This note is F sharp, which is the major 7. It's a beautiful G major 7 chord. So once you play the top E string fret number 2, you want to put down the chord shape and just play the same arpeggio. So it's 6, 3, 2, 3, 1. And then we play another melody section, which is always 3 notes, okay? So I have the top E string fret number 3 with a little finger, fret number 2, which is already there, and then the B string fret number 3, which is already there. So the melody is kind of within this G major 7 chord. And you want to make sure that it rings out beautifully. Now once you play the B string fret number 3, you want to change chord and play the B minor 7, which is pretty cool because this is a note in common. So the B string fret number 3 is a note in common. You can just hold it down and then change and play the B minor 7. So I'm playing the same arpeggio here. And then I have the B string fret number 3, E string open, and then the last chord, the A suspended, which is, so A string and top E string fret number 2, E string open, B string fret number 3, E string open, and then the B string fret number 2. And you do it again. Now it's all beautiful, really cool, but we need some rhythm. And so I came up with the B section, which is played with the G major chord, an E minor chord, E minor 7, a B minor chord, and an A major chord. So I'm playing a G just like a G country. 3, nothing, open, open, 3 and 3. An E minor 7, open, 2, 2, open, 3, 3. A B minor, just a bar chord here, 2, 4, 4, 3 and 2. And an A major chord, open, 2, 2, 2, open. Now, the strumming pattern is very simple. And we kind of want to play different sections, different kind of set of strings. So the first strum is a full strum, then an upstroke, okay, and then down, And these are only on the top 3 strings. So just one strum at the beginning, the full strum, and then just focus on the top 3 strings. So it's down, up, down, bass, down. The bass, you just want to strike the bass note. E minor 7, up, down, bass, down, down, up, down, bass, down, and down, up, down, bass, down. Beautiful strumming pattern. Now we can change the voicing for each chord. So for the G, we're gonna go from G major to a G major 7. So I'm changing from the country G to the top E string, fret number 2, G major 7. With the E minor, I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna play the E minor like this, and then I'm gonna swap over the 3rd and 4th finger, and I'm gonna go like this, E minor 9. Beautiful chord, not really common on guitar, but beautiful. So I have the top E string fret number 2 and the B string fret number 3. A B minor, I'm going from a B minor chord to a B minor 11, so I'm going to get rid of the bar. I'm gonna keep the bass note, but just lift the bar and play the top E string open, and just an A major to an A sus4, and back to the A major. So I will have. Okay, so it's down, up with the G, and then down, bass, down with the G major 7, the different voicing. And do the same for the other chords. Down, up, down, bass, down, down, up, down, bass, down, down, up, down, bass, down. And that's it. So you can finish the exercise by playing the A major, A sus2, and A, 2, 3, and 4, and the D. D at 9. 3 different elements to make any chord progression more interesting and beautiful. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson. See you next time.